Paul, I feel like there's a monkey on my back.
Yep. I feel like I'm looking at two Brads. Too much. This will make no sense to anyone listening to the
Yeah,
audio,
the
but
audio is gonna be real weird. Is this the Windows Spotlight wallpaper? I don't even know
I
what.
was going to say, why is that on your...
Yeah, I think that's the Windows Spotlight wallpaper. So for people who don't understand, it's some sort of orangutan species or whatever.
Isn't it like a capuchin monkey or
And it might
something?
be a capuchin monkey or something, and it's just perfectly aligned to look like it's like sitting on
It
my
is
back.
literally like is like peeking around your
Hmm.
head, basically.
And I decided I wasn't going to change that because I am an adult.
Yes. That's legally. uh, God.
Well, as an adult, I can go play Candy Crush Solitaire, which is, well, I
Yep.
don't have any desire to go play this. However, it is a big deal because it's the first
Right.
big mobile game released under Microsoft's Crush or Candy Crush or King is who owns
Yeah.
that. Uh,
Which is part of Activision Blizzard,
yeah, which
which
is
is
part of.
part of Microsoft. Yeah. So, I mean, appropriate, it would be Solitaire. It's like the one kind of classic Windows game that's
Hmm.
persisted over the years. I think what was the original game? Like Reversey or something? Or, oh, no, what's that thing called? Minesweeper, maybe? I don't remember. I don't know. Even I didn't use Windows back then.
Yeah. I mean, this monkey is just perfect. Like
It's crazy. It's like you have a little backpack carrying around the monkey.
it's just pulling little ticks off the back of my head. You know how they do that?
I feel like he would be smaller compared to you in real life, though.
Yeah,
The scale's off a little bit.
but it's just like I could just scratch the head right here.
Yep.
Something. It's harder than it looks. There, little scratch behind the ear.
That's how we're spending our time. Could you lean over so it looks like you're holding up the building behind you? I'll take a photo. We've all done it.
Anyways, we might get an iPhone 4th Gen SE next week. I'll be curious to see what they do here. This is supposed to have Apple's first ever in-house modem, right? That's the big deal other than launching a new device. So,
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised they don't update the SE more often, but
yeah, maybe they don't have to.
yeah, I suspect it's going to do pretty well. It seems like a good, the right compromises, like the, modern processor does all the AI stuff. It's good.
Did the last one? I have no idea the answer to this. The last one have USB-C?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's almost certainly Lightning. Yeah.
iPhone SE. No, I don't care about all the leaks. I care about what I can.
You should have just went to Apple icon. Jesus. iPhone.
Wait, is this really the current SE?
Yeah, it looks like an iPhone 8 or something.
Yeah, look at this thing. I'm gonna have to hide my monkey.
Xbox.
Phrase I have.
Let's say,
Now I gotta hide my head. But
search here. Yeah, nope. Lightning. Yes.
yeah, look at this. Look at this thing.
Yep. I know. It is from a different era. It's, yeah.
I mean, it still has the button.
I like the cleanness of like the one round camera lens, kind of miss that. Like there was a couple of years there where Apple had gone into two or more lenses, Samsung probably, and then Google stuck with one for a while, but they were like, we do a really good job on the camera stuff. It's not a problem. Looks, it's nice. Now you try to take a photo and you have to deal with that lens shift thing that happens all the time now. Like for some reason, I'm always right at the exact line where it has to determine between two of the lenses, and it keeps flipping as I'm trying to take the photo. It's fun. It's a little game I play with my iPhone. It's like, will Paul get to take the photo he wants, or do I have to do the thing Apple wants?
So while you were saying, I asked
Dabbling.
ChatGPT. I said, "What are some funny names to name a monkey who's on a podcast?"
Brad.
It's like that goon-shaped shadow comment. So the top responses are the Chatter Chimp, Radio Bananas. These are like podcast names that have a chimp.
Yes, I was gonna say. Oh my
whatever.
God.
Sir Talks-a-Lot, the Banana Breaker, the Jungle Jargon.
If you turn Tox in Sir Talks a Lot into TOX, that would be a good name for something. Like a Twitter personality or something.
And then it just starts to go off the rail. And then it repeats itself.
Hmm.
It goes to Wired for Wires, Monkey on the Mic, which is probably us. And then we're back to Chatter Monkey. Oh, Chatter
Yep.
Chimp was the
Mike.
first one.
Monkey on the mic. My like now things are different, but for a long time, every city in the United States would have two major papers. There was the big one that was the professional, long lasting, whatever. And then there was the other one that was like to get ahead, they would be a little racier or like have like funnier headlines or whatever.
Yep.
So, like the New York Post to the New York Times, or in my case, this was the Boston Globe was the big established, professional newspaper. And then the Boston Herald was like the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my wife was commuting into Boston in the very early 90s, and it was in a train crash. And it was not super serious in the sense that I don't think anybody died, but there were people that were hurt and everything. And she had to like sign an agreement not to sue them and got a cash settlement just because she was on the train. It was crazy. But anyway, the Boston Herald headline of this event was "Rookie on the Rails," which is very much like monkey on the mic, and it was just like because the guy who was driving the train was new and wasn't paying attention or something, and that's why it's just. Now we have AI for this. We don't need the Boston Herald to write terrible headlines. It's fun.
All right.
I got, man. What do you want? It's Friday. I'm lucky I'm even here.
I would have done this podcast without you if the chimp would have shown up.
Nice. Right. Use ChatGPT to generate responses from the animal.
So I asked it to come up with more names because, this is where my brain is at. And I typed in Casual Friday podcast with two guys just hanging out. What would you name the monkey who shows up on occasion?
The monkey is what happens on like a TV show where it's like they're several seasons in and they need to kind of mix it up a little bit, or maybe the little kids have gotten older, so they need the younger kids. So this is what they did on Friends. It worked out great.
The best one that came up with? Donkey Bong.
Oh, boy.
Lord of the Swing, the Spunky Monkey.
By the way, this is going to sound like it came out of nowhere, but do you listen to or
trust me? You think that's the concern for this podcast? It's going to sound like it came out of nowhere. We're burning down rainforest to name chimps who are on a wallpaper.
I don't like that you use the word "we" on that one, but okay. So
fair.
You know that, or you must know, I assume, that Scott Hanselman and Mark Razinovich have a podcast.
Yes.
I don't know if you, dear God, please listen to this. It's excellent. I really, really like it. I mean, we know those guys, and we like those guys and all that stuff, but I really like this podcast. And in the most recent episode, which was really about public speaking, I don't even remember how it came up, but in the beginning, they're obviously big public speakers, both of them. They were talking about the history of that, and blah, blah, blah. And Scott Hanselman at one point said something like, well, it's not like you use AI to write a program and then like you can't do, you don't just sit there and tell it to keep, improving it, which is sort of what you just did, right? And Mark Razinovich goes, actually, I do that all the time. And he's like, I write software programs now that I just keep telling it to make it better. And then after 7 or 8 tries, it's like, yeah, there you go. Like that's kind of like where we're at with AI. It's like, it's like the kid can like actually get the trash in the barrel. You're like, try again. No, that was close. Try again. And then eventually it gets there and you're like, yeah, nailed it. Nice. It only took, I had to ask you 7 times, but there you go. We got there. So you just did that with monkey names. This is how we interact with AI. Like we're not slaves to AI. We're just like stupidly re-asking the same question over and over again until we get something we like. It's like, Mom, can I go to the store? No. Dad, can I go to the store? What did your mother say? She said yes. Like that kind of mentality. My child's first lie, any child's first lie, probably.
How would a monkey who is on a podcast sign off the podcast for the week?
You are abusing the computing cycles of this planet as we speak.
That's the goal. All right, folks, that's a wrap for today. Keep swinging through life, and we'll see you next week. Have a banana and keep it real.